You know, the speakers before is just talking about the Aina. You know, just talking about aloha for the Aina. So, and how come we have to keep coming back here for help, for the Aina, just to protect the Aina? It's not about us, it's about awakening that there's things happening on this Aina that shouldn't be happening. And so you, board members, chose to be in that position as a trustee. Nobody forced you to be in that position. You guys chose to be voted as one of our leaders for our people and for our Aina and for our beneficiaries, which we are. And so it's just two issues I'm going to bring up, and I've been here a number of years already. And mahalo to the Ohanas from Kona and Ka'u and those who came from Hilo, Puna, Kohala, Hamakua. To make it simple, there's two issues to be brought forth. One has to do with Pohakuloa. So Pohakuloa, if you open up a map, if you just took your finger and you didn't even know where Pohakuloa is, you just took your finger, you put your finger right in the middle of the map of this Moku Okiawe. Takes you right to the center of the islands, right where Pohakuloa is. So the kupunas from these lands and from these areas, the kupunas who come in the spirit, our ancestors and others, said there's 3 sacred piko on this island. They really said, you know, the whole Aina is sacred. In the context of a Kanaka, the whole Aina is sacred. But if there are 3 places, 3 piko, that they said was more really significant on this island, they said one of them is Pohakuloa. And as I explained, Pohakuloa is the center energetic piko of the island. It's right in the middle of the island. So everything in this island and its islands and above us, below us, between us, has to do a lot with energies and life forces. So in the middle of this piko, it's a center energy piko of the island. I can take you to the spot they showed us. It's on Pu'u right there, right in the midst of Pohakuloa. So this is what they explain. The ancient ones, they used to walk around the island. These ancient ones, they walk around, they basically keep the energy of light around the island intact. Then they used to walk east, west, north, south on these energy lines. And they crossed right at this place and gave an ahu. Because I went there one time and I asked the kupuna, hey, what is this ahu for? Because archaeologists said, oh, this is for this and this is for this. And they came and said, they came in a spirit and explained, this is a marker. This is where they cross east, west, north, south. This is the piko for the island. And as I explained, the island, the piko of our island is being inundated with these military actions, bombing, live target bombing, everything is causing a disturbance on the land, both physically and energetically and spiritually.
All right, first two, let's move.
So I can explain it more. It's like Pohakuloa is like 5 times what is happened to Kaho'olawe. It's 5 times the size. So Pohakuloa, there's a couple issues at Pohakuloa, of course, besides the military training. They're not following the rules. They're not following federal rules and laws. There should be an EIS for the Pohakuloa because what they're doing is piecemealing the projects. There should be a comprehensive EIS for the whole Pohakuloa training area. When I say piecemealing, they're doing a project here, they're doing a small EA. They're doing another project here. They're not saying what's a comprehensive. And that's asking you guys to help in that area of making sure they follow the law. Another thing they're doing is they haven't done a comprehensive archaeological inventory survey. The whole Pohakuloa area should be surveyed. They're only doing spot surveys on the place.
All at once.
And a third thing they haven't done a traditional cultural properties assessment. These are things in the law they're supposed to be doing. But nobody is there to ensure that they're following the law. So that's what's happening at Pohakuloa.
If you could have someone please follow up on all 3 issues.
Aloha kalani pua. I just wanted to provide a brief update regarding Pohakuloa. Recently, the new Army commander arrived in Hawaii in July. Prior to his arrival, our compliance staff have been meeting with the military archaeologists. There was a federal individual from historic preservation that was assigned to Hawaii to follow up on all of the ongoing Section 106 cases with the military installations throughout Hawaii. It was brought up regarding Pohakuloa, regarding the military's actions for following up on a comprehensive archaeological survey and an EIS. I cannot make any promises. It's been already brought up to their attention. I already met the military commander himself. We have to engage more with their representatives, but at least the steps have been taken to work OHA to work closer with the military staff regarding moving forward on Pohakuloa. So again, it's a first step, but then at least we had that meeting to move forward and to air out issues. I'm hopeful with this new commander. He seems very open to hearing about Hawaiian issues, but only time will tell. Mahalo.
I'm not too hopeful because I sat on the Pohakuloa Cultural Advisory Committee a number of years until the previous commander released me for I think I was just pressing too much. Like, how come they're not doing Section 106? How come they're not doing this? And finally said, he just kind of said, well, we don't need your services anymore. I said, well, it's fine. But Pohakuloa, just know, commanders come and go. I've been through like 5 commanders up there or more. Come and go 2 or 3 years in and out. My purpose of going up there was just to keep them informed that we have a presence up there, we have concerns up there. So it's almost like you got to train each commander coming in and out. So by the time you get that commander up to speed, even if it's a good commander, they're out. And if it's not a good commander, then it just like they don't pay attention. But I think we need more pressing on, whether with the federal government or something, like we need like pressing, because I've been up there, like I said, like at least 5 commanders I've seen come and go, same concerns. But I mean, there's rules and laws, but somebody has to press it. Whether it's litigation and stuff, I'm not into litigation, but there's certain times you have to press something if you're not following the law. So, and I know the OHA staff has been really diligent on, and because we've been in Section 106, a number of projects, and the OHA staff has really been diligent on, keeping the things going, but I think maybe we need some further action beyond us just sitting Section 106, writing up all these reports, saying things, and then nothing really happens after that. So, Section 106, they don't mean they have to do anything, they just have to listen to what you're saying. So, but there's, yeah. So, I mean, I appreciate you guys are looking at that, but I think there's
I think the difference, further, a federal official was actually assigned to cover Hawaii, but mostly to oversee the Army installations. So that's a plus. That's never happened before. That does provide some pressure and oversight on the Army side. I think I agree with you. Commanders come and go every 2 years. At least the initial discussion was to actually formalizing an actual declaration or document regarding preservation of cultural sites. I think it has to be worked out even further between our staff and working with the military. But I think to get that kind of compliance, we have to come to some degree of agreement on what that declaration is. So I think that's one way of gaining greater commitment and compliance on the military side for Pohakuloa.
And then the only leverage we had was in, I forget the name, but the Advisory Council on Historic Places or something, I forget the name, ACH or what, I forget what the name, but that's the only leverage in the 106, that federal body that in those cases. But I mean, I'm hopeful, but I've just seen like they just delay tactics, and they give you you in a consultation, and then the project is moving through. They're not really taking your any, and what you have to say is like just formalities. And we're tired of going through formalities, whether it's at that level or at the BNR level. But I think maybe that OHA has hosted several community meetings regarding Pohakuloa. Maybe I think we should re-engage OHA, should re-engage the community once again. There have been several meetings we had to bring up concerns, and Pohakuloa is an island-wide concern, so maybe with the board's approval, allowing the staff to engage the community more and how to address the issue, I think maybe that's a recommendation I bring to the board regarding Pohakuloa. Mahalo.
Kalani, do you think if OHA, keeps a list of the issues that you just expressed concern for? I mean, at the commander level, they're here 2 or 3 years and then they're gone. Same thing with the higher echelons. But at least from where we sit, there can be consistency across time so that, things don't get shelved to collect dust, or the priorities change when you get a new commander, and whatever follow-ups we want that's sitting on the table, gets put to the side.
Yeah, they need some kind of regular monitoring process overall what's going on up there. And mahalo to the board for doing that in Kamakakoi video on Pohakuloa. The place I was at, that's the center pico. But see how the things move and change, because one commander, the staff, just the staff guys, the archaeologist was going to allow one fence go right over the pool. And then I happened to be at the meeting, and I heard I said, why don't you guys put a fence over the pool? You guys already said this one's culturally significant place. It's not like they never know, because all kinds of sites in the area, they said it's culturally significant. Then why are you putting one fence right over them? But at least the commander, because he had the ear of the commander, said, hey, that's not appropriate. And went out to take the field trip and explain why, if you can do the fence can move around, don't have to go over the pool, go right on the sites. Mm-hmm. But, there's nobody monitoring that. And I just say wasn't coincidence that I was over there at the time when they mentioned that. So I'm not there anymore. We need people just to be on a regular monitoring basis. But like I said, Pohakuloa is just one of the issues we have on this island. But it's all going to impact us in many ways, because everything's connected on this island. And all I can say is that if things don't change, then the elements going to help us shift and change. So, Mauna Loa is rumbling. Next Mauna Wakea going to be rumbling. Who knows? Tutupele is already moving. But I'm not saying those things are going to happen, but they just tell us if we can't put things back into harmony and lokahi and balance on this island and these islands we live on, then Keaku and everyone else got to readjust, put us back into balance. We're getting off balance. We're way off balance. So they just tell us help us, our people, to remember that we're all connected from above, between, and below. And we all remember that, then things going to shift in a better way for all of us. So I just say mahalo keakua for everything. Mahalo.
Mahalo, Kalani.